Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So I thought that I would be able to toggle my cameras for this so you can actually see my face. I exist. Hello. Hi, there's my face. But I actually wanted to show you my piano for today's kickoff just because I wanted to just show you some ideas with improvisation. But for other videos, you will see my face. It will be more conversational and less, me showing things on the piano. It just kind of depends on the day. So we've got a couple people here. It's early. I basically gave you guys like an hour or two of warning to let you know that I was going to be showing up in the morning. So yeah, anyone who wanders in here, please feel free to say hello. And if you have any top secret tips or something on how to toggle my camera view, I am happy to see what your tips are. But anyway, let's talk about improvisation. So I wanted to start today's, I guess, the next 2 weeks of challenge with something that is going to get a lot of people out of their comfort zones. I find that a lot of piano students are like, they feel pretty okay about reading sheet music and stuff, but when it comes time to just spontaneously creating music, they have a little bit more apprehension. So I wanted to start with that, but in the absolute most bare bones, simplest way possible that I could imagine. And that's just working with 2 chords. So I did a video on YouTube of this a while back, the chord progression that I really like because it sounds really nice, but it's super easy. Let's do it in the key of D minor. All right, so I'm just going to show you kind of the gist of the progression. Again, it's 2 chords. It's a really small gist. Okay, so what I'm doing, you know what? I'm going to move to an easier key. Let's do A minor. A minor is a good key because there's no sharps or flats that we have to deal with. It's all white keys. A minor is pretty much the same as C major, so we don't have to, think about any black keys at all. So the chord progression is tonic minor. So if we're in the key of A, the tonic first chord is A. And then we go to the 6th chord of the key of A. So if we're doing an A scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it would be F. So basically we're going to alternate from the 1 to the 6, the minor 1 to the major 6. So we're going to go from A minor to F major. And that's our chord progression. I know, that's a, Mark, I know I'm like backwards. I don't know how to, on YouTube, adjust the screen settings. So again, if any of you guys are more technical, this is all things that I can look into for future videos as well. So here's our minor 1 and our major 6. So I'll show you that in a couple different keys just to kind of give you the hang of it. I don't know. Are you guys there? Are you guys paying attention? Someone throw out a random minor key and we'll work with that. So I'm just going to watch the chat and see if anyone has a suggestion for, I don't know, any key on the piano. There's 12 letters. You can pick one of them. Not A, because I've already done A. Waiting for it. I'm just going to make something up on my own if I don't see a suggestion. So, yeah, I just did A minor, Mark. So you picked the 1 and 12 that I'd already looked at. Sure. Oh, hey, B. Okay. Shoot, you're just a second slow. So let's do B minor. Okay, so the key of B minor has 2 sharps. All right, so B minor. So if we're going from the 1 to the 6, here's our first chord. It's going to be a B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be a G. So we're going to go from B minor to G major because our progression is minor major. So B minor. So you see it kind of has like a similar sound. And again, really, really simple. I know, sorry about the upside down piano, guys. When I usually do my videos with Zoom is kind of the platform I use for a lot of live stuff, and they like let you edit the settings. So it doesn't look like YouTube's giving me that option. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to my A minor because it's really easy, and I'm going to show you guys how to do some improv with this. If you are really like new to this, you could make it so simple. You don't even have to do full chords. You can just do bass notes, A and F. And then use the right hand. I'm just going to do a 5-finger position in A minor. Okay, I went out of the 5-finger position for just like a second there. But you can see, even just by alternating the bass note, you can create something, and it's stuck in that 5-finger position. You can still create something that sounds really nice. So another progression that I really like to use, if you want to do something, I find this chord progression to be kind of melancholic, so I'm going to be creating sad music today, apparently. But another progression I really like is the 1-5-8. So instead of just doing a single bass note, you're playing a 1, a 5, and an 8. So if we're doing an A minor chord, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A to E, and then to A again. So it's just an octave. It's got a really nice sound. So I'm gonna wander outside of the 5-finger position a little bit just to give myself a bit more freedom. But again, you could stay in a 5-finger position to make it happen. Let me try that again. So really all I'm doing is I'm just doing a 1-5-8, so A, E, A, F, C, F. And it's the exact same shape, so it's a really nice progression to play because it sounds good, but your fingers kind of get to just assume this shape and move back and forth between it. So I find that really nice. You can also do solid chords, and do something like totally different. Just kind of alternate root position chords. So I don't know. This is going to be something that I don't know that I'm going to be able to make something with this, but let's see. Now I feel like I'm about to play arabesque. Because that's in the key of A minor. So now I have that in my head. Let's see if I can, let's do like a slow jam. You can also do chord inversions. So I'm still doing an A minor chord to an F major chord, but instead of going to root position F, I'm just moving my thumb. It's a really, really easy shift. It's still an F chord, right? Just the letters are all kind of rearranged. I feel like, I don't know, this is like Days of Our Lives or something. That's not how it sounds, but yeah, you could do solid chords and that sounds really cool too. You could do something upbeat. That's not the vibe I'm feeling right now, apparently. We're just, creating sad music together. But yeah, and as soon as I start playing something fast, I'm thinking about arabesque. So yeah, that's not working for me. If you want to do something a little bit more advanced, I like doing something like a 1-5-8-9-10. So we're doing 1-5-8. So that would be a 1-5-8. You're just, after the octave note, you're just pressing the next two notes. Actually, this reminds me of, yeah, it goes something like that. That's Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's Californication. So that's actually just like a 1-5-9-10 progression. So yeah, it's really lovely. And feel free to explore notes that might not necessarily work nicely together. So one thing I really like about improvisation is getting tones that, okay, so if you're playing an A minor chord, generally we just tend to think, okay, then the notes A, C, and E are going to sound good with that, but everything else is going to sound bad. But I like really kind of going outside of the box and just like hit those ugly notes and see what you can create. Because sometimes the ugly notes lead you to interesting things. Because like D might be considered an ugly note with an A minor chord, but I think that sounds really nice. What would be a really tense note here? B would be a really tense note with an A minor chord. And B is really tense with F chord too, because like that creates like an augmented interval. It's yucky, but sometimes yucky sounds really great and creates like a necessary component of tension. So. Explore the yucky when you're improvising too, because I think that can create some really interesting moments. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. There's a lot of different, again, like just to kind of recap, you could do a single bass note and jam something in a 5-finger position. One thing that might help you as well is throwing on a rhythm track. Sometimes it's hard to keep rhythm when we're just kind of at the piano by ourselves. It depends on how comfortable you are with rhythms. But if you go on YouTube, there's like a drum track at virtually every imaginable tempo and style. So you could just like go on YouTube and just look for a drum loop. It could be like rock, pop, like whatever tempo you like, and then try to follow along with that, because sometimes people find it easier to follow along with a drum track than to just kind of create a rhythm all on their own, because you have to have a really secure internal sense of beat when you're doing that. So that could be a fun way to explore this as well. Yeah, so you could do simple bass notes, you could do root position solid chords, you could do 1-5-8s, you could do Red Hot Chili Peppers 1-5-9-10, you could do 1-5-8-9-10, you could even you could do it like a running pattern. That would be a lot more complex. I would do like a simpler right hand if that's the case. But just spend like 5-10 minutes jamming with these chords in any key you like. Remember, it's a 1 to 6. It's a minor 1 to a major 6. So that would be A minor to F, or D minor to B flat major, or F minor. No, that's wrong. F minor to D flat major. You could do B minor to G major. There's a lot of options here. So yeah, as a final step, I want you guys to, if you have a fun jam session, or if you're not very camera shy, just record a clip of your jam. And I'd love for you to share that over on the Facebook page. So that's, you can just search, I think that it's facebook.com/pianotvnet. So head over there. I'm going to record something right now and post it up there shortly, just so you guys can, I don't know, see maybe something a little bit longer than like a 15-second jam. It's going to be riddled with mistakes, and that's part of the fun of it too. So don't feel like you have to submit a perfect recording to share with everyone. Just have a little bit of fun. Make mistakes. Let it be brutal if you want it to be brutal. Well, I guess no one wants it to be brutal. What am I saying? But let this be a safe space to make mistakes and not be perfect. All right, so yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm just gonna like quickly scan some of these comments before I head out. I actually have a like a writers. Sorry, I just like knocked my piano. I have like a writers group that I host that I'm gonna go to in approximately 3 minutes. So, oh yeah, so thank you for doing Arabesque. So, what grade is Arabesque for Trinity? Is that grade 3 in Trinity too? It's a grade 2 ABRSM, I believe. Yeah, so the email already went out, so that one's not going to be posted again. But what I can always do is I can post the content of the email on like the kind of instructions. I can post that over on Facebook, and like just so you kind of have it as a reference. And then if you sign up now, you'll receive all the subsequent emails for each day of the challenge. So yeah, and even if you don't have okay, so let's recap the assignment: to improvise something with a minor 1 chord and a major 6 chord. So you can do the chord progressions in your left hand. You can do like a melody in your right hand. Just have some fun. Just noodle around. I know I make that sound really easy. Just do it. But that's really all it is. So, okay. So maybe for tomorrow, I'll figure out how to work with YouTube Live a little bit better. How to like shift the screen or something. I don't know. That's going to be a research project for me. So. Awesome. Okay. Catch you guys over on Facebook who are going to be over there, and I'll see you tomorrow when we go live again. It's really fun. Talk soon.